Now, Amir Attaran is a professor at the University of Ottawa with the School of Public Health and the Faculty of Law. And he wrote an article months ago warning Canada that we better start getting licensing agreements to produce some vaccines. Now he says they didn't listen. So I'm going to start with you, Mr. Attaran, because you wrote to the Prime Minister's office, you wrote an article in Maclean's magazine. When the Prime Minister says now, look, we've got 7 vaccines that we've ordered. We just don't have the facilities to produce a vaccine domestically. Is he right?
He is wrong. And he should know he's wrong because he actually visited the vaccine factory that the government of Canada owns in Montreal a few months ago and made an announcement there. He personally went to the factory. That factory at the National Research Council does have the ability to make one of the vaccines, the one from AstraZeneca. And it is a cutting-edge facility. It actually is the first lab in the world ever to have made a vaccine using the technology that AstraZeneca uses. That was for a rabies vaccine for wild animals, but the technology is the same. Canada was last year the only country in the world making this kind of vaccine. And now the Prime Minister is saying we can't do it? It's completely nonsense.
Okay, just quickly, I want to pick up. They released a press release during that visit, and I'll read it to our viewers again. In the spring of 2020, the press release said, the Government of Canada announced $44 million in funding to allow the National Research Council to upgrade its facilities at the Human Health Therapeutics Research Center. And they say, quote, this will ensure the facility complies with good manufacturing to scale up production, and it will enable the preliminary production of 250,000 doses of vaccine per month starting in 2020. But I just talked to Dominic LeBlanc about that, the minister, Professor Attaran, and he said, you know what, that's being done, it's not ready, and it's way too limited. Again, what's your response to that?
That's rubbish. That's not true. I'll do the math for you. AstraZeneca, a giant pharmaceutical company, has facilities to grow 8,000 liters of cells. 8,000 liters, out of which they can make 1 billion vaccine doses a year, they say. The National Research Council today, right now, has at least 500 liters capacity. If you scale it up, if you do the proportion, what do you get out of 500 liters? If you do it AstraZeneca's way, you get 60 million doses in a year. That's what could be done, or something close to it. And for the government to deny that fact is unscientific, wrong, and dangerous to Canadians.